Okay, all of these problems, and there are quite a lot of them, fall under the category of just try something. So if you don't see a way to use the answer choices, or you don't see a way to use properties or Venn diagram, I mean, if you just don't spend too much time on thinking of a clever way to solve it, sometimes you just have to dig in and try something. So problem number 2 says if one slice of pie costs $5 and a whole pie costs 2 more than 3 times the cost of one slice, a whole pie cost how much? Well, 3 times the cost of one slice. They gave us the cost of one slice. That's $5. So 3 times 5 is 15. A whole pie costs $2 more than that, so plus 2. So 15 plus 2 is 17. Answer choice C. Problem 15. John ran 1 kilometer per hour for 1 hour, 2 kilometers per hour for 1 hour, and 3 kilometers per hour for 1 hour. His average speed was... It turns out you can just add these three together, 3 plus 2 plus 1, and divide by 3, but I know from doing these type of problems in the past that I think that only works out this time because the time is exactly 1 hour for each. I don't think it will always work out, so I think a safer way to do this is figure out how far he ran altogether. If he ran 1 kilometer per hour for 1 hour, the hours cancel and you get 1 kilometer. 2 kilometers per hour times 1 hour will be 2 kilometers, and 3 kilometers per hour times 1 hour is 3 kilometers. So he ran for a total of 6 kilometers in 3 hours, and 6 divided by 3 is 2, so 2 kilometers per hour. Answer choice B. That's 15. Okay. The sum of, this one's interesting. The sum of 4 consecutive positive integers cannot be divisible by which of these? So let's just pick 4 consecutive positive integers, 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. That's 15, 24, 34. 34 is divisible by 2. It's not divisible by 5 or 10. But I imagine I could get one that would be divisible by 5 or 10. Let me try 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11. That's 21, 38. I went the wrong way there. I wanted to do, let's try 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. That's 13 plus 8 is 21 plus 9 is 30. That's divisible by both 5 and 10. So the answer choice must be 4. Now, here's the reason I like this problem is because when I first did this contest, I didn't immediately know why you couldn't get 4 consecutive integers to be divisible by 4. And so I spent a lot of time puzzling over that. You do not want to puzzle over that during the contest. It's a 30-minute timed contest. Do not make the same mistake I made. Remember it later and figure it out later, not during the contest. If you can do process of elimination and get your answer, just move on and solve the other problems. You'll have more time for the more challenging problems. But if you are wondering why, let's just call the first positive integer n. The next consecutive positive integer would be n plus 1. The next one after that would be n plus 2. And the one after that would be n plus 3. If you combine like terms, we have 4 n's, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. Well, 4 multiplied by any number is going to be divisible by 4. So I don't care about that. This 6 is never going to be divisible by 4 because 6 is 4 and 2. The 4 is divisible by 4, but the 2 is not. And so that's why you always end up with 2 left over. So anyway, I liked that one because it took me a while to figure out what was going on there, because I'm not doing these type of problems very often, these type of competition problems. But don't do that on the test. Number 23, Wilbur flies 100 kilometers farther each day than the day before, if Wilbur flew 100 kilometers on the first day, how far in kilometers did he fly on the 10th day? So on the first day he flew 100. The next day he flew 200, because 100 farther than the last day. Oh, I see what's going on here. The next day he flew 300. The next day he flew 400. So it's always, this is day 1, day 2, day 3. It's 3 multiplied by 100. The day multiplied by 100, which is the same as answer choice D. It just seems like a strange way to express it. When I would think you'd just do 100 multiplied by 10, but I think they expressed it this way because it's 9 additional days, and each day is 100, an extra 100, plus the 100 on the first day. So anyway, answer choice D. All these ones with exponents, that'd be a situation where it's like, it's not 100 kilometers farther each day, it'd be 100 times as far each day or something like that, which wouldn't be very reasonable in the real world. I'm just confirming I didn't make 23. Yeah, okay. Problem 24. What is the value of 1% of 1/100th of 1/1000th of 10 to the 10th? An amount of an amount means multiply. So I think I'll do this as how do I want to do this? I think fractions will be fine. 1% is 1/100th, multiplied by 1/100th, multiplied by 1/1000th, multiplied by 10 to the 10th power. This is going to be a problem where we have to understand properties of exponents. 100th multiplied by 100th multiplied by 1,000th is 1 over a 1 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. Remember how 1/10th is 10 to the negative first power, and 1/100th is 10 to the negative second power? Well, if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 zeros, this must be 10 to the negative 7th power, multiplied by 10 to the 10th power. And when you multiply with the same base, you add the exponents. So this will just be 10 to the 3rd power. Answer choice C. C, yes. Okay. Yeah, these kind of problems come up a lot too. What is the time 2,000 hours after 2 a.m.? Well, 24 hours after 2 a.m. is 2 a.m. 48 hours after 2 a.m. is 2 a.m. So really you want to just take 2,000 hours and divide by 24 and see what kind of remainder you have. 24 goes into, I keep forgetting I have a, well, if you use your calculator on this one, you're going to get some decimal number. You really probably do want to do this the old-fashioned way, unless that decimal comes out to something where you know what fraction it is. 2,000 divided by 24. Oh yeah, it does. 83.33333. So you recognize 0.33333 as a third, right? So that must be a third is 8/24. So it's 8 hours after 2 a.m. And then that could be tricky if you're crossing over like at noon or at midnight, but you're not, so it's very simple. It's just 10 a.m. in this case. Let me verify that answer, and then I want to show you what you would do if you were crossing over noon or midnight, because that seems to trip up students. Let's just pretend we know the answer choice is C. We know it's 8 hours more, but let's just pretend I got 13/24. Okay, so here's 2 a.m. Here's 2 a.m. and here's my number. Here's my number line. 2 a.m. You want to go, if you're going to cross over like noon, you want to show noon, or you really want to think about how many hours is it from 2 to noon. That's 10 hours. I need 3 more for 13. So 3 more would take me to 3 p.m. It's very easy to get one fewer or one more than you should if you don't sort of think about, break it up like that when you're crossing over 12 noon or midnight. Just trust me. Number 30 in the sequence 1, 5, 9, 13. ... Each term after the fourth term is 4 more than the preceding term. We see that 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9. What is the largest term less than 5,000? What is the largest term less than 5,000? There's an easy way to do this, but I haven't taught it to you yet, so see, if you take any one of these numbers, let's just take like 9 for example, divide it by 4, you get 2 with a remainder of 1. If you do 13 divided by 4, you get 3 with a remainder of 1. 5 divided by 4 is 1 remainder 1. So you're really just looking for which one of these can I divide by 4 and end up with a remainder of 1. Is there a faster way though? That's the question. Well, we know that the divisibility rule for 4 is the last 2 digit, or the ones and tens digit form a number that's divisible by 4. The whole thing's divisible by 4. 96 is divisible by 4, so it can't be that one. I need a remainder of 1. If 96 is divisible by 4, 97 must be divisible by 4 with a remainder of 1, right? This would be remainder 2, and that would be remainder 3. So it must be C. 30C. Yes. Okay. I wrote 3 whole numbers. If I add 2 of them, depending on which 2 numbers I choose, I can get a sum of 2015, 2016, or 2017. What is the sum of all 3 numbers I wrote? If you have 3 whole numbers, I need a better color. If you have 3 whole numbers A, B, and C, you could do A plus B, you could do A plus C, and you can do B plus C. There's nothing else you can do, because B plus A is the same as A plus B. So there's 3 ways to add those numbers. Now, if the 3 ways that I add them give me these 3 numbers that are so close to each other, then these numbers must be close to each other. So, I feel like they're going to be consecutive numbers. Let's just take half of 2016, that's 1008, and go up 1 and down 1. Can I get 2015? There's 2015. Can I get 2016? Yes, if I do 1009 plus 1007 in 2017. So those are our three numbers. I think because the sums are consecutive, you sort of have to have an idea that the numbers themselves are consecutive. But I don't know, at this moment as I'm making this video, I don't know a great way to explain how I knew that. So I apologize for that. The sum of the three numbers would be, well, you've got 3 thousands plus 9, 8, and 7, whatever 9, 8, and 7 is. 17 and 7 is 24. 3024, so it must be answer choice D. I'll look at the hint in the answer key and see if there's a better explanation of how to go about doing that. Oh, that is a better way. Okay, if you think about it, okay, if I did add all of these, we could assign any one of these A, B, and C. So let's just take what I wrote here. Let's just say A plus, let's just say A plus B is the one that gives us 2015. And A plus C gives us 2016, and B plus C gives us 2017. If you add those all up, you get 6,000 and it's 13, 18, 48, 6,048 equals 2 A's and 2 B's and 2 C's. So if you want to know the sum of the three numbers, you just divide this by 2, which is well, obviously I did it wrong. Yeah, I did. There should be an 8 here, sorry. Divide that by 2, you get 3024, which is the answer we got. Okay, last one. I made too many of these videos in a row. I'm starting to fade here. I'll do the last one later. How many positive integers less than 2017 are divisible by 2 but not by 3? This would be the last one. I spent a lot of time on this one too, and I wrote myself no notes. All right. Oh, I remember. Okay. Let's see. All right, so let's think about numbers that are divisible by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, blah, blah, blah. How many of those, is there a pattern to the ones that are not divisible by 3? 2 is not divisible by 3. 4 is not divisible by 3. 6 is divisible by 3. So that one's out. 8's not divisible by 3, 10's not divisible by 3, 12 is divisible by 3. So it looks like every third one gets ruled out, but it's actually a little trickier than that. Is it? 24, 22, 24, that gets ruled out. 26, 28, 30. Now, I was worried that the ones that started with a 3 might be, we would still have to. Okay, I'm going to say, and I'll check the answer key and see if I'm right, that you want to know how many even numbers are less than 2017. Well, 2016 divided by 2 is 1008. 1008 is conveniently divisible by 3 because we're looking at groups of 3 here, right? 2 out of 3 of these are divisible by 2 but not 3. So 2 out of 3, or 2/3 of 1008, should be our answer. So a third of 1008 is, I don't know, 300 and, let's do it. This would be a good time to use your calculator on the test, but I refuse. $336. So 2 times 336 336 of them are going to be divisible by 3. The other 672 are not. Answer choice D. I feel confident. I'm going to cross my fingers and check the answer key. You get into high 30s on this contest, and yep, it's D. All right, good. That finishes this video. I just have one more to do. If you've been watching all this, good job. You're really preparing for this contest. I can't wait to see how you do.